And rule 12, be grateful in spite of your suffering. Another saint, images that have become much rarer in the modern world. So tell me about this image.
Well, again, not overly expressive, at peace.
He looks like he's part of the tree.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Again, not everything in focus. Again, it's tree that doesn't exactly look like a tree, and you can't see the bottom of the tree, which often happens in real life. You don't see every single branch of the tree when you're looking on a man.
And so I hadn't noticed that before. Do you know why you decided to make the bottom of the tree obscured?
It wasn't a conscious decision.
Well, so then what it looks like is that his legs now become the trunk of the tree.
Huh. Oh, I see that.
And they mirror the branches, the major branches in the tree.
Exactly.
So you're indicating, that's a really good example of how the visual imagination can supersede the conscious knowledge. Of course, you don't know why you made all the decisions you made in these images. How in the world could you possibly know? And the image should contain way more than you think. I mean, if you diligently worked at it. And, if you had planned a drawing that said, well, I'm going to give a man the strength of a tree, it's doubtful that you could have consciously come up with a solution that would be better than the one that you picked as a consequence of your aesthetic judgment.
Yes.
So he's rooted powerfully. I mean, what you have there is that what's rooted powerfully in the earth is his feet and his legs. Mm-hmm. And you've indicated that that's a more powerful rooting, a more significant rooting than the rooting of the tree itself. There's a bird in the background.
Yeah, you've noticed.
And that made you laugh.
I'm happy you noticed.
Why?
Because that was intentional. Bird is a freedom.
All right, so I'm going to close this up. But I want to ask you something else, which is, I suppose, the question I wanted answered more than any other question that I could put to you. What has been the consequence for you of having undertaken this job? What's happened? I mean, partly as a consequence of making the images, but you've had some attention directed your way now because of the book, and there's going to be a lot more coming because of this video and because the book will be out March 2nd. What's changed for you?
Nothing yet. Nothing changed yet. I don't know what's going to come. Maybe you do.
No, I don't.
I have no idea if and what, but I've accomplished what I wanted, and what I wanted is to make you smile during the period of difficulty. And Michaela tipped me off. Every time you saw an art, she would tell me, Dad said, oh my God. And that would make my day.
Well, I appreciate that very much. And I'm very happy to have the illustrations in my book.
Very surreal.
I think they're a great addition to the book.
Have you seen the book?
They're not yet. Next week. I have preprints. I have the PDFs, and so I haven't seen how the images look in the final production yet. Mm. I liked the images in my first book. These are nicely different. They're more romantic. They're more fairy tale like. They're more elusive in some sense. I hope people like them a lot. I suspect that they will. And I hope that the kind of attention that you want comes your way, kind of attention that would be best for you comes your way as a consequence of doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for all your work.
Absolutely welcome.
You helped us solve a very difficult problem at a very difficult time.
That was my intention. Nothing else.
Well, it's lovely to meet you. I hope we get to do it in person.
We will.
And maybe we'll talk again publicly some months after the book is released, and we can discuss the consequences then.
That would be nice.
Is there anything else that you'd like to say?
Just that I'm very happy to meet you. Nothing else. I'm just very happy to see you talking to me off the screen.
Well, it was good to get to know you, and thank you very much. And we'll make this into an interesting visual display as well as an interesting conversation. All right. Thank you very much.